Hey everybody, welcome back behind the bar with me this evening. Tonight we are checking out a beer that I've been really excited about. This is a brewery, never been reviewed on the channel. Actually, I knew nothing about them until the last couple months. My buddy, they started getting some buzz, and my buddy Mike out in Cali, who I do some trades with from time to time, asked me about this beer if I had any interest in it, and I had never heard of it. And it's really weird because the brewery's in a town I'm very familiar with. This is from Horus Aged Ales. This is Goshawk's Grasp. So the guy that is the owner brewer for this, they do a ton of collaborations. Like I've seen him do one with Moxa, they've done them with the brewery, they've done them with Magnify. I mean, just Monkish. I mean, everybody's all around doing all these collaborations. So I don't know if like that's kind of his focus, or but he's starting to do. They did a society that I tried to get in, but didn't get lucky enough to get in. And just all these different beers. So this was, I think, the first stout that he kind of released that wasn't a collaboration, I believe. Maybe not. I have no idea. They're out of Oceanside, California. And this is a small little stout, non-barrel aged. I looked it up because I wasn't really... there's no real information on the bottle other than it's 13.2%. But it's aged with hazelnuts and geisha coffee. So I've heard good things, but I really didn't, outside of what was in it, just because I wanted to be able to tell you guys. I don't really know much about this beer. It pours like fucking motor oil. You can see that. That's crazy. So bottle art and all their stuff that I've seen, because I follow them on social media and stuff now, is interesting. I guess I don't know what else to say about it. Sorry, setting it way over there so that it doesn't get knocked over by the roaming dog if you hear during the review. So let's dive in. Like I said, it poured freaking motor oil. About a half finger of just dark cinnamon colored head. Looked amazing coming out of the bottle. Looks pitch black in the glass. Let's dive in and see what she tastes like or smells like. Wow, this is like huge. Like chocolate cake with like almost like, I know there's no coconut in it, but I almost get coconut. Marshmallow. Just a huge nose. This thing jumps out of the glass. This is pastry stout level, guys. This is like sugary, sweet, brown sugar, marshmallow, vanilla. I don't really get much coffee. Maybe a smidge of roastiness in there. Can't tell if it's from the coffee or the stout. Get some of that hazelnut notes. There's a local brewery, or used to be, now they're a contract brewer because they got bought out, that made a really good hazelnut stout that was like 8.5%, 9% that I loved, called Option 2. It's a contract brewer with another brewery now, not close to what it was, but I used to love that beer because I loved the hazelnut in it. And this, I'm definitely picking that up, but it could almost, if I didn't tell you and I gave this blind, I almost think that you would get like coconut from it or something like that. She smells amazing. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm a pastry stout kind of guy. And this is no exception to that rule. Not barrel-aged, but get almost some barrel notes from it that it's so aromatic. So let's dive in, see what it tastes like. Mike, thank you very much, sir. Glad I'm finally getting around to reviewing this one. Cheers, everybody. Oh, coffee's there. This is huge flavor. It's not as pastry stout sweet as I thought it was going to be. To be honest, it's a little chilly. Right up front, you're hit with this really nice coffee roastiness. It's kind of earthy, burnt. Not in a bad way, though. Just a nice roast, not bitter. And then it kind of blends into this like really sweet hazelnut vanilla note. No real perceived alcohol, maybe a smidge, a little bit, like way after the finish, kind of down in here. But this is just like a really nice roasted hazelnut coffee. If you've ever had like hazelnut, like a shot of hazelnut syrup in your coffee or something like that, that's a really good kind of baseline for what this beer really is. The mouthfeel is exceptional. This is medium plus. This is thick, kind of chewy. Not, if you describe this as thin, you've never had a thin stout like this is. It's not like anything like a standard kind of Founder Stout or Bell's, or even in some cases like Bourbon County. This is a step up. This is a longer boil, I can tell. as it warms, the hazelnut really starts to come through a little bit more and take over that geisha coffee. But it's a really nice balance. This is a really nice non-barrel aged stout. One of the better ones that I've ever had, to be honest with you. It's just bold in your face flavor. It reminds me a lot. Tame the sweetness down like a notch. Take it from like an 8 to a 7 to some of like the Angry Chair stouts. This has a little bit more roastiness from the coffee and a little bit more of the stout characteristics as opposed to it just kind of being a base for super sugary adjuncts to come through. So this is fantastic, guys. I don't really know much about this brewery. Like I said, I know they did a society. I was kind of bummed that I didn't get in it, but I think that the bottles, I mean, they did their last bottle release as kind of a thing online, and I wasn't able to get in that, but I know that they still had some left, and they sold that day as well on top of the online sale. So, and I know they do offer proxies, and this is trading, I mean, for non-crazy, like if you want just a killer stout, and you can get this for, double the value or something like that, it's really, really good. This is going to sound weird because they're not even really similar in their adjuncts or anything like that. I just had a bottle of CBS 2 nights ago from Founders, the most recent batch. It actually reminds me a lot of that, like the hazelnut maple being kind of being able to be swapped. A lot of similarities there, except this is way better and not barrel aged. But it's got the flavor profile to me is really similar, but this is way thicker and way, in my opinion, better made. So even though I do enjoy CBS quite a bit. As far as a grade, this is high A+. I mean, this is definitely an A+ beer, A+ stout for what it trades for. It's less than $100 right now in the trade market. If you have somebody that knows someone, get a hold of them. I know they just released another one. I would definitely give it a shot, especially if you like coffee and hazelnut. This is exceptional. So, gone on long enough, guys. Hopefully they do a barrel-aged version of this, and I would be all over that shit. That would be amazing. So, thank you for coming behind the bar, guys. I haven't done a review in a couple weeks, intentionally. I'm kind of mentally preparing for a share I'm going to this weekend by some friends of the channel and just friends in general. So I'm going to go down for that. I will be in St. Louis over this weekend and a little bit into next week. So if you see me roaming around town, say hi. And if I happen to see any of you at some of the things I'm going to, we'll hang out and have a good time. Look out for some really insane reviews I'm planning on doing during this trip, which will be a lot of fun. So hanging out with good people, having good beers. So anyways, not that you needed to know that. So thanks for coming behind the bar, guys. This is Horus Aged Ales, Goshawk's, what is it called? Goshawk's Grasp. So there you go. IA+. So thank you for the likes, subscribes, and comments, guys. Until next time.